Good, happy Monday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Monday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday evening, so let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with a look at your weather forecast. Man, oh man, it is very hot out there. Hopefully you guys are all trying to stay cool in this heat. The weather right now is 87 degrees and fair. There are two weather alerts. There is an air quality alert in effect until 11 p.m. this evening, and also there is a heat advisory now in effect until 6 p.m. this evening. Till tomorrow. Until Tuesday. 6 p.m. Tuesday. And there are 24 closings and delays for a lot of schools that will be getting out early tomorrow due to this hot weather. Another day of hot weather will be tomorrow. Full weather forecast. Let's go to meteorologist Kevin Scripa. Kevin Scripa is saying hazy sunshine on hot, humid day. Let's go to that full weather forecast from meteorologist Kevin Scripa right now.
Moss River Gorge in Boulder Caves is one of New Hampshire's greatest natural wonders and an Heat advisory in effect for central and southern areas through 8 o'clock this evening. Definition by the National Weather Service for those areas shaded in orange is heat index, which is a combination of the temperature and humidity together, feeling like more than 95 degrees for a few hours this afternoon. You're going to want to stay hydrated, be mindful of pets, and check on the elderly. Eventually, with the hazy sunshine fading later on this afternoon and into this evening, temperatures overnight tonight will fade back into the mid-60s to mid-70s, but that's part of the situation is temperatures really don't have a chance to cool off at night all that much. And if anything, the humidity will be a couple of notches warmer tomorrow. Dew points this afternoon right around 60. Tomorrow, dew points will be up into the mid-60s. So while temperatures will range between the upper 80s and lower 90s, a couple of degrees cooler than today, the humidity will be higher and at least produce the chance of a couple of passing thunderstorms. A brief heavier downpour would be the main threat from those. We get into Wednesday, front approaches, a couple of showers or storms with highs in the 80s and that humidity, and then the wind turns to the north and eventually brings in more comfortable air starting Thursday, and that'll be around through Friday and into the weekend. Highs mainly in the 70s. There will be a system passing to our south on Friday. It could give us a quick shower, but I think overall a drier pattern heading into the weekend. Heat indices this afternoon between 95 and 100 for a few hours. Highs mainly in the 90s statewide. 65 to 75 overnight tonight for overnight lows. Tomorrow, anywhere between about 86 and 93 during the afternoon with higher humidity in place. And still humid Wednesday with a chance of a passing thunderstorm. And then more comfortable for Thursday heading into the weekend.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Kevin Scripa. And now let's get to your news. First up, Manchester students to be dismissed early Tuesday. Classes will be held at Manchester schools Tuesday, a day after classes were canceled because of the heat, but students will be dismissed early tomorrow. Police face standoff at homeless camp on the west side. Activists blocked Manchester police from entering a west side homeless camp Monday morning, forcing at least temporarily the evictions of the well-hidden camp. New Hampshire returns to legislative oversight of COVID other spending. It's time to talk about big money again. And this time, lawmakers have a VIP seat at the table. Manchester School District announced, "We have changed our rules for masks in schools. Effective immediately, masks are only required when moving about the building. Masks are not required for staff or students while in classrooms. Anyone who chooses can still wear a mask at all times." The Board of School Committee approved this change at our request via a phone poll conducted Sunday night. We thought this change, in consultation with the city health department and in light of sharp decrease in community transmission of COVID-19 as well as cases in schools. Please remember physical distancing and other layered mitigations remain in place in all school buildings. Aboard the first cruise ship to set sail in North America. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
A significant sign of life returning to normal. The first cruise ship setting sail in North America since the pandemic pretty much docked the entire industry. And ABC Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez has a lovely tan working right now. He is in Barbados. Gio, good to see you, my man. This is a big deal. Like, we smile, we can laugh and have a little fun about it, but this is significant to have this industry back going.
Yeah, this is the first ship, TJ, in North America that is actually going ahead and getting out there and sailing. And we're talking about a ship that is only at 30% capacity right now. But let's go ahead and go up live there with our drone cam. And you can just see right now, there aren't a lot of people out there, and that's because we're in Barbados and they're out having fun out on those excursions. But no doubt about it, there are still people on board. And here's what's really significant, TJ. We're talking about people who are fully vaccinated. Every adult on board right now is fully vaccinated right now, and every crew member is also fully vaccinated. The crew members are still wearing a mask, though, so there's that. But passengers don't necessarily need to wear a mask if they don't want to. The cruise line is giving some out just in case. And the other big change, the dining hall. TJ, you know how popular that is on any cruise ship. The dining hall has a major change. There's no self-serve stations anymore. You basically go up to what would have been the regular buffet, and you have them go ahead and give you the food. So there's that big change. But otherwise, we're talking about a very normal experience, and that's what people like here, that it feels normal.
But you also mentioned, of course, everybody's fully vaccinated. That's great, but God forbid someone did test positive on that cruise ship. What's the plan in place if that happens?
Yeah, and it's a great question, TJ. They do have a medical facility on board this ship. They've got 2 doctors on board, 11 nurses on board. And basically what happens is if someone were to test positive, because they do testing on the ship, if someone were to test positive, they go ahead and they go over to one of those isolation cabins that they have designated just for that. And once they get that going, they do all of the contact tracing. And that, TJ, is really what's important here.
All right, well, Gio, I was so ready and prepared to be jealous and upset with you for the assignment that you got, but I've seen you out in storms and hurricanes, on tarmacs, and look, you earned this one, my man. So I know you're working, but try to enjoy yourself a little bit. You earned it, all right, Gio? We'll see you soon, brother.
I'm gonna go do some water aerobics right now.
All right.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and goodbye, everyone.